Welcome back to the Stoop football fans. It's your boy Lolo. We just got done watching that Merseyside derby. Everton finally won one at Anfield, but we're about to go live in just a few minutes with a couple of Liverpool fans who are a little bit salty, I would say. So we're gonna ask them some questions, some probing questions about what the fuck is wrong with their club right now. So enough of this. Let's get to the Stoop. What's going on, football fans? It's your boy Lolo. I'm on the Stoop with Mark. We are perfectly fine with our teams because his team won yesterday. My team's going to beat Man City tomorrow. But you know who's not happy?
Is those little Liverpoolians?
Liverpoolians. No, half the Liverpoolians are fine. It's these two Liverpool fans that we got right here. We got Chris and we got Greg here. Both Liverpool fans. You know, we had Greg on the show on Thursday for the prediction show, and definitely everybody chose Liverpool to win. Everyone on the Stoop chose Liverpool to win, and I'm like at a loss for words watching that match. I don't know what has happened to Liverpool because Everton has been beaten by everyone and their mother in the past month and a half or so, and then they come out and they look like fantastic. Richarlison, who's been garbage, looks fantastic. Dominic Calvert-Lewin's not playing. Allen is not playing.
This was ripe for the picking.
It was all there. But Liverpool, there is something broken with your club right now. And I'd like you guys to explain yourselves.
First off, who would have thought like 6 months ago that Everton would have been able to pull Alon, Calvert-Lewin, and Gylfi Sigurdsson off, you know, like had those options on the bench, and we've got Nat Phillips.
Yeah, for real, man.
Whoever we're bringing in. Like their bench looked deeper than ours.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Gylfi Sigurdsson coming in, and who else came in? Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Alex Iwobi.
Yeah. Those
are three guys who could be starting for other teams. So I don't know. Everton's got a little depth these days. I know they'd prefer to be starting Dominic Calvert-Lewin, so that was maybe taking it a little easy on him to make sure his injury issues were okay. But for you guys, like, I mean, I know you texted, why can we please not play Curtis Jones anymore? Chris, you texted us that.
I like Curtis Jones, but and it's fine. Like I realize we're probably playing a little bit slower because we're trying to not give up a counter, which we're still giving up counters because eventually Trent or Robertson are going to put a cross in, and there's no one to get anything on it, and it's a counter.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, Curtis Jones, I just don't think he has the confidence to play a forward pass right now. So, you know, I'd rather have even Naby Keita or Ox in there just trying to do something. Like if the front line is not scoring goals, there's no one in that mid. I mean, Wijnaldum probably could provide a goal if he took a shot every once in a while. But it doesn't feel like there's a goal threat right now. Mane and Salah are just kind of dribbling into the low block and then losing it.
Yeah, well,
Mane looked pretty good.
Mane looked good. I felt like Mane was making runs that nobody was picking him out for.
Well, I mean, that's part. I mean, Curtis Jones is the midfielder on his side, right? Like, you know.
To me, what do you think about this, Greg? I think Curtis Jones is a bit of a glory hound. I don't think he's looking for the right pass. I think he's looking to shoot from anywhere and everywhere or to out-dribble somebody. And that's hurting. That's not Liverpool.
I think, to be honest, mate, obviously, like he came in and he scored that goal against Everton
last year.
And he scored a couple of screamers. And I think it's kind of like it boosted his confidence so much and he swags about. But then when it's not going his way, and he is still young, but like what Chris said, you know, like we got on the bench, like we got the Ox. He's an ex-England international, and he's got loads more experience. I think in these times, the fact that we're obviously struggling, And fuck off, Terry.
Terry, good to see you. Glad you made it.
We got Leicester's title defense. Come on.
Terry was up with us till 3 a.m. last night at happy hour.
But yeah, like we're struggling in these times, and then we're playing a young man, and it's only going to come. It's only going to affect his confidence. So it's not. You can't just blame it on him.
No.
I mean, I like him. I remember I mean, people were critical.
Thiago's making mistakes left, right, and centre, and the geezer can't defend. He goes. I've seen it. I watched it today. Like he goes chasing by himself. He doesn't call someone to go with him. He goes chasing by himself, and they just knock it round him, and he's out the game. For someone that's been at top clubs, he's pathetic for defending.
Yeah, well, look, that's Thiago, who's coming from Bayern Munich, an incredible Bayern Munich team, a Bayern Munich team that's been incredible for a while. So he's got the people all around him that I think the last couple of years he hasn't had to do as much. He's had a boss defense around him. He's had a great midfield.
Yeah.
All he's had to do was basically coach from the field and pick out a beautiful pass.
Yeah, I mean, the teams he's played for, Munich and Barcelona before that, they thrived in possession. They thrived at width, slowing down the play. Like, we have a lot of the possession, but we're not – I don't think that's how we want to play, right? I mean, I still think that the most fun I've had watching Liverpool was the year we finished 4th and lost in the Champions League, when we were just like – 4 horsemen just like flying down, attacking 6, whatever it was, 4, 5, 6 people just running. When you have to slow down the ball, I don't know, like, I almost wish we had like not that would provide tons of goals, but like a Giroud type backboard, throw it, hit it into him, knock it into Salah's path or knock it into Mane's path. Like, we're not tactically flexible right now.
No.
I mean, I think we need Robertson and Trent are, as good as they are going forward. And I think, Robinson's a little bit better on the defensive end, but would they benefit from a formation change, like maybe 3 in the back, where we're not asking as much for them, going back?
Well, that's what they done today. Everton done that today, 3 at the back, and they were solid. And maybe in these times, you're right. Like, we need to change, do something different, because it's just 4-3-3 is just so predictable. And if, like I said to you lot the other day when we was doing the predictions and stuff, Lucas Dean and Coleman were going to be like, that was going to be the tactical battles today. And Mane and Salah, they kept dropping deeper and deeper. They're not affecting the game in the final third.
No, then Dean was up playing nearly as a striker, because it was zero threat.
Yeah, he was real active.
Not even him, but Keane. Keane was up there as well. Like,
beast today.
I mean, playing Godfrey on the left side,
Coleman
was really smart.
It was like all these people in the box where I'm like, who's on that header? Who was that? That's a defender. Like, and that wasn't a set piece. That was like from open play. What's going on? Something is broken with Trent Alexander-Arnold this season. I think Chris and I have been, we've all been kind of discussing his future move to the midfield.
Got to be in the mid,
which is like, stop counting on him to
try it now.
Yeah.
It seems like he's lost their focus as well, really.
Villa's got 3 games in hand. We're going to be 9th pretty soon.
I mean, look, Najee predicted earlier in the year in our prediction show at New Year's that Liverpool, which team was going to be, which top 4 team was not going to finish in the top 4. And he said Liverpool, and we all kind of laughed it off. But he was serious about that. And now, like,
It's
what?
more of a possibility.
Like, and every week I keep saying, well, Liverpool's going to win this one for sure. Like, I'm not losing the faith in your club, because you still have $1 billion of talent out there on the pitch, and you still have one of the best managers in the world. There's that sunshine. See, it likes when I talk nice about Jurgen Klopp. You'd be better off with Terrence Trent D'Arby. Deep cut.
Wow.
Wishing on a wishing well, huh?
Yeah. Wishing well.
Almost
Yes,
know the word player.
Yeah, man. Fantastic.
The next Prince, right? That's what he was deemed as. That didn't last.
The next Trent.
No, he was picked as the next Prince.
Yeah.
And I even think he recorded that album at Paisley Park, but I'm not sure.
Ooh, no, but see, you gotta do a lot of songs to be the next Prince, because there's songs that you don't even realize are Prince songs. Like he just wrote. See, now we're talking about Prince instead of Liverpool, because
it makes me happier. Let's do that.
I mean, we can carry on if you want.
guys.
I tell you one thing though, when Henderson went down, I felt real bad for Liverpool.
Oh my God,
that is a team.
It's another nail in the coffin, isn't it?
So snake bit. You
Well,
know,
we're at our-
the Wolves being injured, and they're starting to come around. But wow, man, it just seems like every week it's like someone's just pulling the wheel or spinning the wheel of fortune and going, and it's Henderson who goes down today.
I think you could really see, once he went off, you could probably see why Klopp's carried on playing him at the back, just for a little bit of experience. Because, I mean, Nat Phillips is okay. He's just a big unit. He loves to get over the top of the players and try and header the ball. But, like, I mean, Cabbage, I mean, as much as he's good in the week, he's had an absolute stinker today. Everything over his head. And I know he's young, and I know he's new to the Premier League, but, I mean, this is... Yeah. It's getting bad.
It's really, really bad in the back there. So I want to get to something more exciting than the way you guys played, and I want to talk something that Chris and I do not agree on, which is how Mr. Terrence Trent D'Arby III can go sliding in. Nowhere near the ball, making himself as a blocker. He didn't touch the ball.
He was trying to block the shot. He missed the shot.
And he missed the block.
He doesn't touch Lewin. Calvert-Lewin then runs over him. He got his shot off. I don't understand how that's a penalty.
Because the ball, Allison did not stop the ball. So there's a loose ball in front of goal, and he's going to get it, and Trent kicks his leg even higher than he's already in the way for. So to me, if it's a penalty, it's a red card. He's denying. Allison wasn't going to get to the ball.
I'm glad the ref took such a close look after he was called over by VAR.
Very quick.
That was, what's his name, Mike Dean or whoever. He would have been there for 20 minutes.
Parading around, and I'm gonna go.
Let me edit this.
Here, and then I'm gonna run over here and look at this here.
He's like, "Can you auto tune this so I can?"
I'm not sure it matters, but I guess I don't know the penalty rule because I have no idea why that's a penalty.
I'm just saying, David Luiz's kneecap grazes the studs of this fucking dude's team.
I wasn't even on the pitch.
Goes flying, and he's like, "What the?" And that's a penalty, and it's a red card. Not to mention, our keeper was right here, so it was less of a goal scoring opportunity than Dominic Calvert-Lewin's was.
Yeah.
So he's well within the wrong to not send him off then. If he gives the penalty, he's got to send him off, surely.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I couldn't even.
So again, it's like the officials. You know, it's on one part he might have got it right, but then on the other part, is it wrong, or is it us lot as fans and we just don't know what the fuck is going on?
It's either got to be everything or nothing, and it was in
right.
between. So
yeah, I'd say if he gives the penalty, he's got to send him off, or it's a no penalty.
As I thought he was more likely, he was going to come back and either give a red card or say it's not a penalty. Trent was just on the ground. Dominic Calvert-Lewin tried to jump over him and fell. It's not a penalty. Or if it is, it's a clear denial of a goal scoring opportunity. So my whole thing is, if for David Luiz, that's a red card, then why isn't that? That's all I'm saying. I don't think either of them should actually be red cards. But if you're going,
what's going
like,
on?
yeah,
he's laying on the ground, and you see him look over, and he sees Allison spill it, and then his leg just kind of, just kind of goes up a little bit higher, maybe catches Dominic Calvert-Lewin a little bit, and he makes the most out of it. Now, am I also a little bit pissed off that I had Dominic Calvert-Lewin in my fantasy team and he wasn't going to play, so one of my good bench players was going to come on. Then he comes on for 20 minutes. Then he goes up, and then the freaking Icelandic dude gets to take the penalty. Like,
does he get the assist, though, for drawing? I think some leagues give him the assist for drawing the penalty.
Come on. So now I'll get 1 point for him when he did all the acrobatics to get the penalty. So, yes, I'm a little mad about that.
He didn't look too injured when he come on, did he?
No, he's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. I do want to give it up a little bit for Everton's defending, because the second half you guys did come out a bit more charged up. There were a lot more opportunities, especially in the first 15-20 minutes of the second half. I thought Mane had a chance, Salah had a chance. The ball was bouncing around, but look, there's 8 Everton defenders, 8 Everton players in there stopping you guys. Pickford had a couple decent saves.
I mean, Trent played an amazing ball that no one wanted to get on the end of.
Yep, I remember that as well.
That you couldn't have put it in a better spot.
He also got into the 6-yard box and he tried to cross it. Why didn't he just smash it towards the goal?
That's what I was thinking.
Exactly, because he crossed it and nobody was there. There were 4 guys 2 yards behind it.
The decision making is just all over the place, everywhere. Even like in situations like that now, where you just think 6-yard box, just fucking hit it, and he's trying to cross it.
He's enamored with his assist total. I think him and Robertson often have an opportunity to just blast it, even if you get a rebound. Like Lucas Dean or Coleman would have shot that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But you've only got a toe poke that. You're so close. I think that even a toe poke, the keeper probably would, like, he's expecting it to be hit fucking hard or whatever. But
yeah,
it's just a mess all over.
So you either toe poke it, or instead of the cross, smash it at Pickford's face. You have 4 guys flying in.
Well, did we though? This is the problem with us as well. Did we actually have people flying in?
On that particular one you did, they were all behind their defenders though. That's why nobody got on the cross, was because they were all a yard behind each of their men that were covering them. So that's why bounce it off. Use Pickford's face like a backboard. Bounce it off, and maybe Mane can put something in.
And that one where Chichiri deferred and passed it to Salah, although Salah didn't really have I thought Salah was going to run onto it initially. They were just kind of close, but at that point, I thought Chichiri should have played for a shot. But
I'm just getting frustrated with you guys, because I know the dates are just lining up so perfectly for your terrible run to continue just long enough till you play Arsenal, and then you'll turn it all around by scoring 14 goals and triple hat tricks. And
I think they'll have it turned around by then.
It's next week.
It'll be too late by then, mate.
It's like next week or the week after, right?
I didn't think it was that.
When, Greg, do you know when Jota's like? Is he?
I haven't heard. I've been trying to
tables for him.
Yeah, I've been trying to find out myself.
I think he's gonna quit and play FIFA full time, man.
Yeah,
he's probably a lot. He probably make more money right now.
He probably is.
Yeah.
And he'll have a longer
Put
career.
on like 40 pounds.
Yeah.
Just eating Cheez-Its and playing FIFA. Just eating weights.
You reckon he ain't picking Liverpool on that? I'm telling you.
Yeah. So tell me this, guys. A terrible match, but who was your best player on the pitch today? Your best player?
Wijnaldum, maybe?
He was quiet. I mean,
yeah.
No one really.
I thought Trent played some good balls, but I don't think he was really.
Probably
he drew the penalty, but I thought Robertson's side struggled more today on defense. I don't know. I mean, there is no player of the game.
It was hard. Henderson was doing okay before he went off. But, I mean, it's just everything's just so slow.
I mean, Allison wasn't at fault for either goal. I don't know.
No. Keane was man of the match.
On
Well,
the Everton side, I thought Godfrey was the best player.
Yeah,
I really like.
Listen, hold on. You say Allison wasn't at fault for either goal. If he catches that ball that Trent Alexander-Arnold dives into, if he doesn't fumble the ball, it's not a penalty because he catches the ball, the play's over. It doesn't matter that afterwards Trent gets a hit on Dominic Calvert-Lewin. So I don't know. I'll have to rewatch that play to see what happened, why he didn't get that ball.
I think, to be honest, it's probably a good save, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's probably a good save that he spilled.
It was closer than, I think it was probably closer than what you think. Like he's probably done well to actually save it. But like, I mean, the save that he made from Coleman's header, again, that just shows how good he is. But it's just, he's not getting helped out, is he? Let's face it as well. You know, and that's probably why the other week he made mistakes as well. As, you know,
I mean, if you don't have confidence in your center backs, then you're going to do, you know, those mistakes. Most of those mistakes were beyond stupid, the ones he's made the past few weeks. But I just.
So would you prefer, after a match like this, would you prefer that Allison had bumbled into 2 goals and you lost 2-0? Because at least you'd have somebody to blame it on. Because right now you don't have anybody to blame it on except yourselves, like your whole team. You just got beat by Everton, who did they lose to recently?
They lose to.
I mean, Pickford had some good saves today.
made some good saves.
They lost to like Fulham or somebody like that recently. And even Leeds United gave them more of a match. This was like,
but it's just football's one of them, and it's about 11 men on the pitch on the day, and they were just better than us today. It's like they wanted it more, you know. We was at home. But this is what I'm saying. This is what going back to like what Chris said about like with Ox being on the bench and stuff like that. He's got so much experience, and he knows what it's about to play in that sort of game. Maybe take the youngster out and put him in. Just put the workhorses in, so maybe we could get a result. Maybe just go against what Klopp's about today. Like obviously trying to go with the 4-3-3. Maybe just go against it and solidify just for today. Because I'm not being funny. Today of all days is a place not to lose, especially not.
I missed who were you talking about there?
Like maybe taking Jones out, like obviously being a youngster in the centre midfield and putting the Ox in.
And put Ox. You know, Ox comes good for you guys in big games, from my understanding. Ex-Arsenal guy, so I actually pay attention to him.
I'm not blaming Jones. I'm not, because obviously he is young in that. But it's
no, but you're right. This is
good games to put him in, you know. Even like when we're in the run we're in.
Mm-hmm. No, I know for an Arsenal, as an Arsenal fan, when we played in, you know, the North London derby, and our team was just like treating it like any other game, I was absolutely furious for that alone. I care if we lose, but I care more that you're not treating it with as much passion as I am. And you could not, on the Liverpool side, you wouldn't have known it's a derby. You wouldn't have known it's not like you're in London and you have 14 other London teams. Like, it's you guys.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't even mind playing someone like Keita ahead of Thiago, because I think his passing range is similar, but he's more aggressive. Like, sometimes he's too aggressive. Like, he used to get a lot of red cards in the Bundesliga, but like, I don't even know why we bought him. I can't remember the last time I saw him on the pitch.
Yeah, I know he's had his problems in that, but it's you know, he's got more about him than Thiago. He's young. He can get around the pitch.
Yeah.
Maybe it's time to change now. Thiago's had his fucking opportunity. Let's face it.
He really has.
And then today, the first goal was his fucking fault. Instead of maybe just because obviously what football's about nowadays, they just want to look pretty and get the ball on the floor. There was an opportunity just to hook the ball, but no, he tried a little header in the middle of the pitch, and then one touch for them fell straight to Hammers, and then he puts in a slide ball down the side of the centre backs, and it's a goal. 3 minutes in, it's a killer straight away.
Yeah. And to Richarlison. Now, Richarlison actually finished it very well, but to Richarlison, who can't do anything this season, especially without Dominic Calvert-Lewin there. Fucking silly.
Absolutely.
So
Well, he's always capable of going on a dangerous streak. He's not a bad player.
yeah.
But,
Listen, what's up with, like, why not? I'm a big fan of Shaqiri. I'm a big fan of Shaqiri. I think he works his ass off, and I think he's a little tank. He gets inside people. He can cross the ball. He's not afraid to shoot. He's not the best shooter, but he can pop up and shoot. And I'm just thinking, for a game like this where it could be cagey, where it could be, it's the big match where you lost Virgil van Dijk and Thiago, and there was a Richarlison red card. And, it's a derby, and you're playing bad, and Everton thinks you're there for the taking. I would have put some cheekier players on, I think. Not that I ever want to question Klopp, but like, instead of Curtis Jones, who's always looking for the beautiful, the this and this and this, put a not dirty, but put a thug-ass player on like Shaqiri to mix shit up.
Yeah, I mean, I always think it's hard to get him on because we don't play with a 10. Like, because
you did with Jota, didn't you?
I'm just saying his first position is Salah's is kind of a right wing is where he really wants to play. And then if you're not going to play him there, you almost need to play him as a cam, and we don't play with a cam. Like, I'm not saying that's not a reason to play him.
I don't care. I just have Shaqiri on the field.
Klopp's used him in centre midfield before as well as part of the three. But again, it's just it was a lackluster, as you say. There was no bollocks there today from us. No one, not even your homegrown player like Trent. It wasn't really showing a lot of bollocks. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. But that's what I would be most pissed off about is the lack of passion, the lack of enthusiasm. It looks like you're every match you're losing Mane. Mane, who I think is one of the nicest guys, one of the like sweetest dudes, and like he wants to fight for you guys and play. But you could just tell he was getting frustrated with with people not playing him through, but then the people that the ball was being played to having terrible touches.
He worked today though. He didn't have the best of games today.
He didn't, but I'm just saying
he was trying.
You see it in his face.
Well, he lost his head, didn't he? He got booked for
lipping off to the ref.
Yeah, which is not him.
I also feel like these guys need to take a shot from outside the box every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Except Firmino, because that fucking prick.
No. Like,
listen, today highlights that we need a striker. He's so good at maybe linking up the play and that, but fuck that.
Yeah, but wouldn't Firmino would be a perfect center midfielder. Like, I don't like it. To me, this is not you get a striker and there's nowhere to play him. Like, he already is like a box to box number 8. Like,
he drops off. Yeah, like he drops off of playing up top into there, like what you're saying. So why play up front? You might as well be a fucking midfielder.
Yeah, he should be a midfielder. I mean, he's not. That's why he only gets 4 or 5 goals a season.
But like Trent, you were saying earlier about Trent's balls into the box. He also hit one across the 6-yard box that no one got onto, which a number 9 like DCL for them would probably be there.
Just always there. He's just always there.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying this guy's a panacea, but there was like Milan picked up a guy for the rest of the year. They're not going to keep him all year, but Mandzukic, like someone like
Mandzukic, yeah.
Not someone that we need. Doesn't have to play 10 years, but someone who can score goals, is a striker, is creative, like picked up something. We don't. I mean, is a better option than Origi.
Yeah.
We're not going to, get Holland in the January transfer window. Just
playing like this, you won't get him at all.
Yeah, he's going to want to be on a European club.
That's why we got to win the Champions League.
Oh my God. Good luck. Hey, first of all, you guys played Leipzig, right? This Wednesday?
We played well.
Where did you?
In Budapest.
Budapest.
Because you can't go to Germany, right?
Yeah.
I was just thinking about that today. I was like, Jurgen Klopp wasn't allowed to go home for his mom's funeral.
Yeah.
But then you played Leipzig. So, like,
Yeah.
how is he allowed to travel to Budapest, but he can't? It's the state of the world right now. I want to get to this comment by Mr. Tom. What's up, Mr. Tom? I'm glad you're here. He don't give a shit about either of these teams. I'm telling you that much. But he's always got some good stats and stuff. But he says, I must admit, I'd not want to be the next team that goes to Anfield. The next team to go to Anfield is Chelsea. And then he follows up with, I must admit, I'd not want to be the next team to go to Anfield after Chelsea, which I believe is Arsenal. So, listen, guys, Chelsea, eat them up. Eat them up. Like, get back your Anfield and then give it away the following week to Arsenal. But please do not lose to Chelsea. Please do not do that.
Well, what does he do? What does he do at the minute? It's like, if he keeps going the way, he obviously, he's got his way, 4-3-3, and it's worked. But like what we're saying today, maybe just divert from that. Maybe you just got to go and look at this from another angle and just change it up somehow. Because you're not getting the best out of these players that we've got at the minute. Yes, we're at bare bones, you know what I mean? We are at bare bones. But we've got to try and get something out of these players. So maybe it ain't 4-3-3. Got to change it up somehow. Got to do something.
Yeah,
at least for a while. I think they just need a third center back in there because they don't have. We're down to like our fifth and sixth choice at center back right now, right?
But I agree with Greg. I think teams have your basic system figured out, and they're like, look, just shut down somebody, stick on Salah, stick on Mane, and then we'll let them have the ball and we'll counter, because Trent's playing terrible going back and they're soft in the back. So instead of trying to just go at them, let them have the ball and we'll counter.
Yeah, I mean, if we're optimized with like our full team, I think the system is the best system, because Van Dijk and Fabinho make passes that most center backs and most defensive mids don't make in this league, right? So right now, we don't have a true defensive midfielder playing anywhere. We don't have a true center back playing. I mean, now I guess if we play Kabak and Davies, they're both center backs. They're just got thrown into the Lions' den.
Yeah.
Or not Davies.
Stick them all three of them in there.
Yeah, I think so. I think put Davies on the left.
That would help.
In the middle, Kabak on the right.
Okay,
and Robertson get more forward as well.
Yeah.
Listen, I got it. Okay. You start Keller in goal. You bring Allison up, center back, because he can pick that.
That Icelandic one that we've got.
Is that him? Oh no. That was you who said the Icelandic guy. No, you put who's the other guy you have? Adrian or Keller? Put one of them in goal. And put Allison at center back. He can pick a pass, and he's no good with his hands these days anyway. So,
honestly, these are the type of games I think Adrian would do well, because he's more of a shot blocker than playing the ball out. Like, we shouldn't be playing the ball out because we don't have our natural center backs carrying it out anyway.
This is what we're not diverting from any. We're trying to still play that same way. And I get it, but if you haven't got the personnel, how can you do it?
That's right.
He's one of the best managers in the world, and surely that switch has got to flip soon to see we can't play like this. I'm not playing. I would, as you say, I wouldn't go against him in any way.
Yeah,
he's done what he's done, but I think surely now this got to be the time to do something different.
Now, did another switch go off though? Because last week he did basically, not basically, he literally ceded the title in his post-match presser.
How can you not?
But I mean, is that why the team came out today and looked lackluster?
No, that's just been them for a little
Then why else? Why else? It's a freaking derby at home.
I know.
That's where something happened. Something happened.
our whole thing at the minute is just we've lost our tempo, we've lost our little X factor, we've lost everything. The Mane and Salah are just they're standing too high. Like how football is nowadays, yeah, it's passed around the back, it's passed around the back. They're too high up the pitch for starters, and then they're just like a lot of teams are doing the low block thing. They're too high up. They're not making the runs that are actually crossing through the centre backs. The through balls are not coming through. It's just the ball out wide, and then they get shut down, and then they go back, and then they go back across. It's all too easy. It's just there's nothing there. There's no interconnections between people. It's just too easy at the minute, and that's just how we are at the minute. We just can't get out of that run.
But it's also like one of those things where, you know, I always bring this person up, and I'm not trying to compare Salah to Messi by any means. But when Barca has trouble penetrating, Messi drops really far into the midfield because you want the ball on the feet of your best players, and he starts seeing things. And after a while, that drags defenders in because he's capable of running 40 yards with the ball. It opens things up. Salah and Mane are way too predictable right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't think they can do what Messi does, but you know, if they start picking up the ball further in the midfield, one of them does. Maybe they can drag in a center back because the center backs, like I got them, especially three in the back. Each one of those center backs thinks I have to mark one of these three. Mm-hmm. Drag one of them in. Maybe someone makes a run. I don't know if they can make the pass that Messi can make, but I mean, right now they're almost playing themselves out of the game.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. For sure.
All three of our front three are they're just dropping and trying to get on the ball. But there's nothing. There's no runners from midfield to even get in behind. So there's nothing in that final third. It's just easy for the defenders. Too easy.
Well, listen, you guys I'm looking at the schedule here. You guys got Sheffield United coming up next.
That's going to be a low block. That's going to be tough.
That's another one. That's another one with like 8 men in the box. And you guys just haven't been able to really, Mr. Tom, to quote Gene Hackman in the movie The Replacements, winners always want the ball.
Yeah, but they got to be in the right places.
Yeah, I don't know. But then you have Chelsea at home, and then you have Fulham. So look, like in your form right now, that should be 6 points out of 9. In who you are as a actual club and who you came into the year as, that should be 9 points. In reality, you're probably hoping for 4 points.
I think 9 is still possible. I mean, Chelsea's not a well. Right now. I mean, they're not giving up tons of goals, but they're not scoring a lot either.
Yeah.
You know, although that is one game. As much as I think he's better on the wing, I would play Timo Werner at number 9 and just Chelsea should just get us on the counter.
Well, you see the reason. I mean, Timo Werner plays every single match and he scored like 1 goal is because his potential is so freaking high. Thomas Tuchel can't figure out, or he's trying to figure out all the different combinations of who to play. And all that, like even Kurt Zuma played today. Hudson-Odoi came on for 10 minutes and then was subbed off or something. So he's still figuring stuff out. So it may be a good time to be playing Chelsea because I do think Tuchel's going to figure it out. And they do have a ton of talent on that team. Yes, they do. I would have preferred if Fat Frank stayed there all season, but no. So they got a much better coach in hand. But where was I going with that? Timo Werner.
Time to turn it around.
I mean, what does turn it around mean? Top 4?
I mean, I told you if we don't finish top 4, I want to finish 8. I don't want to go to the Europa League. That is like a guarantee that we're going to be fucked the following year. I know you're supposed to always want to win.
I'm looking at Greg's reaction because we told Greg this theory last time and he was like, I don't think he agreed with you.
I still think we can finish top. We should play for top 4 because it's still
You can't.
you still have to go for it. But I don't want to finish 5, 6, or 7.
You don't want to be playing Thursday, Saturday. I get that, but then also, if you drop out of it completely, what are the owners? The owners haven't really backed us when we've won the Champions League and the fucking Premier League. Like,
I just want to win the Champions. Just win this Champions League. I would put all of our chips.
I will bet.
Chris, I'm telling you.
I'll bet you whatever you want right now that you don't win the Champions League.
Juventus could
I
be
will bet
eliminated
you
by then.
Juventus.
Barca is going to be out. You know,
You can't.
going to get thin. Bayern can get it this year.
I'm just saying, like, you can't beat Everton. How are you going to beat?
No one in the Champions League is going to play a low block.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that does, man. If we're playing against
Johnson, calm down.
huh?
What?
It doesn't matter. The Rock.
I mean, you can't say the whole game is okay. Explain to me then what you mean by they're not going to play a low block. Why are you?
They won't
The teams are pinching in their fullbacks,
Mhm.
and then basically their midfield is their whole midfield are playing like defensive midfielders, right?
Mhm.
So especially when they're playing 5 in the back, like we have 9 people in front of the shot, and then we're getting pressed backwards by the forwards. Like it's for a team like us that likes to play fast, it forces you to play slow, and it's just nothing's open.
And you mean to tell me there's nobody in the Champions League that will adjust their style, knowing that you guys collapse like a flan in a cupboard every time they slow the match down? You mean to tell me there's no manager in Europe that's currently in the Champions League? You think they're too cocky, like Bayern Munich?
I mean, why didn't Leipzig do it? Leipzig tried to press us. They try,
and they may do it next week or whenever you play them next.
I do think obviously in Leipzig we got away with it a little bit because we're not exactly creating shitloads at the minute, and the 2 goals were mistakes on their part. But I get what you're saying, Chris. Like, it's a cup competition.
I mean, we're not going to win. We're not favorites to win it. I'm just saying, I think we have a better chance of winning it than getting in the top 4.
Yeah, it's the only hope we've got, personally. You've got to concede it. Let's face it, at the end of the day, mate. Like, Everton have got a game in hand. You've got teams like, who is it, Chelsea and West Ham doing bits.
Obviously, 3 in hand.
Yeah, at the end of the day, we're in fucking free fall at the minute. So
Arsenal's destroying shit right now.
Wolves
are on a come up. Look out.
If there's one team I'm not scared of right now, it's Arsenal.
Oh, I'm gonna play that clip back. What was it, Mr. Tom? You said like April 4th or something. I'm gonna play that clip back.
Yeah. All I'm saying is, if we play PSG is going to be the favorite to beat us. PSG is not going to play a low block against us. We play against Bayern, they're not going to play a low block. Like, those teams have too much pride and too much attacking talent.
But does Bayern need to? Does Man City need to? Does Man City need to slow their game down?
No, man, they won't do that.
They'll go at us, which maybe we might play into our hands, which is, I think, what Chris is trying to get at.
Yeah.
That's why I think we did Leipzig, because they actually try to come at us.
Yeah, they're not going to sit there. They're going to go at us. So it's whether we can actually play well enough to withstand it and be better.
And that's where I'm saying it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That's where I'm saying it doesn't matter, because you guys are a shell of the team that you were.
I think if teams play a high line against us, it opens up that space for Salah and Mane to run into, and it's a different game. I mean, that's why we beat Leipzig. It was based. They made mistakes, but we had space in front of us, and we played quickly.
Go back to the season before we won the league, when we were playing this brilliant football, but then we come up against teams that did this to us, and we couldn't break them down. That's when we were drawing shit games and stuff like that. Then obviously last year we turned it around, and That's when we got over the line. And now it's back to teams doing that to us. They are doing that, and we're struggling to break them down again. It's whether it's a mental barrier in their heads that when teams come and sit in, like today, the second half, we got better. We had a good period, but then once they weathered that storm, we ran out of ideas.
Yeah.
So maybe it's in their head when teams sit there. If they can't get a goal early, they're struggling. They can't get past it.
I just want to say hi to Mr. Mike Pickles right there. He's one of our Patreon subscribers. So if you guys like what we're doing, please go onto our Patreon site and you can donate. I think like as little as $3 a month or something like that. And then
price of a cup of coffee.
every time we see you on here, you're one of our Patreons. We're gonna make sure your comments pop up on the screen like this one. Talking of feeling low, well done, Mark. Mike Pickles is a Leeds United fan. Your lucky time-wasting, dour, feral dogs got us again. Mott.
Hey, we did get you.
They did.
We did get you.
And time-wasting, you know, the time...
Time-wasting, look, everybody does it.
When they have the lead.
When you got the lead, and yeah.
I mean, shit, Southampton was doing it against... Chelsea today, and they didn't have the lead.
Exactly.
They were just going for a draw with like 10 minutes left in the match.
I just want to get back on the board.
Yeah. Evening, lads.
Man, I would love Danny Ings back right now.
Ah, Danny Ings, man. He caused the penalty.
You know, he's gone there and scored 2.
Yeah. Yes, Terry says not everybody does it. We don't. Yeah, and that's kind of a scary fucking thing. When you guys are up 2-1 in the 95th minute and you send 8 men up on the ball, like attacking, you're like, what do you fucking sit on the ball? No one usually starts time wasting in the 65th minute mark. That's because they knew 1 goal would win that game. At that point, 1 goal would win that game.
These are the new Stoke.
I mean,
yeah.
The last 5-10 minutes, sure, they were wasting time.
I don't know. I don't know about all that. All right, guys.
Liverpool's wasting my time.
They really they really are, and they're wasting our time too. Poor Greg. Like we keep inviting you on the show thinking that like we're gonna have something fun to talk about, and your room keeps getting darker and darker and darker. He's gonna be in a closet pretty soon. Yeah.
What's the game on right now?
Sheffield United, Fulham. Big money game right there. I have a feeling Liverpool will bottle it with Leipzig. You know, they might, because Leipzig might be listening to this show right now and go, oh, that is what we did wrong. Oh, we'll do it better this time. We'll do the low block.
They're coming to the fortress, right?
Yeah, the fortress. I don't think so. So tell me, guys.
Play in Budapest again? Like the rest of the season, can we play it in Budapest?
Don't you have to go to like Rome or somewhere? I know our 2 Europa League matches are in, like nobody gets a home game.
No.
So like it wouldn't be fair for them to have to come to Anfield.
That might be what we need.
They can't anyway, can they? Because of the whole list. Like we can't go to.
Yeah. So I think you guys might be somewhere like in Rome or somewhere. But so cheer up, Greg. You have until Wednesday to calm down before the record. Yeah.
I'm telling you, he keeps piping up.
So
they're so on it. It's unbelievable. They've all come out of the closets because Liverpool having one bad season.
I know. So give me your thoughts on the next 3 matches for Liverpool. You have Sheffield United, Chelsea, Fulham. Tell me how many points and where you're going to get them.
Do we have Chelsea? I see something that says Chelsea's postponed
Chelsea
to March.
Is like a Thursday game.
Okay. So who are they? Sheffield United, Chelsea, Fulham?
Yeah, so it's away, home.
You've got to look at 6 points, definitely. Maybe 7. Chelsea would be the only one if we don't get a result, it's going to be against them. You can't. I fucking hope that we get results against Sheffield United and Fulham. Let's face it.
So Fulham, I think you should win. Sheffield, I think, could be a draw just because they do sit back so much.
Fulham have been in good form though. This is the thing, but out of them 3 games, you've got to look at them too. So that's points.
But that's why I think Fulham will go at you. Fulham thinks they can go at people right now, and that's why they keep playing very good football and then losing.
They're looking for points. They don't want to.
Yeah.
Sheffield, it kind of looks like that's a done deal.
I think it's a win at Fulham. I think a win at Fulham, a win at Sheffield, a draw at Chelsea.
7 points.
I don't think we lose to anybody.
All right, listen.
I'm going to give you all 9.
I wouldn't do that, Mark. We've been saying they're going to win every week.
Points.
I'm giving you 4 points.
4 points?
I think you beat Chelsea, you draw against Sheffield, and you lose to Fulham. Sheffield United.
Not at all.
I gotta say, I said they were gonna beat Everton like 4-0 or something. So I'm working for you here, Greg.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm working for you here.
I don't know. We'll fucking listen to you, mate.
If I called 9 points, you'd lose all 3 of them. I'm just telling you how this show works. So I'd rather say that you lose to a silly club, so that
You're such a silly club.
you're such a silly club. Oh, hi Fulham. Go away. You give a little tickle under the chin. Okay, go away.
He's right. Greg does seem angry.
Greg does seem
Carl's
angry.
another one. Look, they're all jumping on it. They're just fucking pricks. All of them.
Say this.
So we've got a very important question from an avid listener watcher here. For both of you guys, are you confident you'll stay up, boys?
Are you Terry?
Mark, please talk to Terry. You just fucking beat them, and he's piping up.
I talked to Terry yesterday.
Where's your fucking hat, mate?
My hat?
Yeah.
I lost it. I have no idea where it is in my apartment. I fell asleep with it on the couch, probably.
I can't wait to get Rafinha and Calvin Phillips next season.
Right.
Not gonna happen. Those
Wait
are like
for it.
the 2 players they need.
Terry's just typing, Chris. Hang on. Terry's just typing. Wait for it. You can fuck off about Rafinha. That's what you're saying.
No, he's saying this is not about me and Mark. Haha, stop deflecting. No, that's exactly what it needs to be about. And Terry was up until 3 a.m. last night with us on the happy hour, and you saw the evolution of Mark's Wolves hat as it was super happy, always centered, so he could keep all the Leeds United fans pissed. And then eventually it was like this, and he's like, "You guys don't even know."
I'm tired of your rubbing. This is getting to be too much.
Calvin Phillips isn't going anywhere.
There he is, Chris. Look.
There he is. Phillips and Rafinha wouldn't lower themselves. Oh, think he's talking about Nat Phillips?
Calvin
Phillips.
Yeah, I know. He's not going anywhere. They seem to think Rodrigo, the other Rodrigo, will be coming to Leeds United as well. I don't know about all that.
I don't think so.
I don't know about all that.
Rodrigo.
Sounds like fake news.
From Real Madrid? What are we talking about?
Rodrigo De Paul?
Neiden. Yeah. Yes. You could have come already.
Yeah. Okay, Zawich says, we got a Chelsea fan here. Our attack has been really strong lately with Liverpool's shocking defensive form. I think we'll win.
I got a question for you. Who have you played during this stretch of the Chelsea is so great?
Who's Chelsea beat this year?
That's what he's saying.
Has played
not Arsenal.
In the last few games, you played Southampton today and you drew. You played Newcastle.
Southampton has given up 9 twice.
I don't know. You guys said you played nobody. When you guys beat a quality team, then scream from the mountaintops how great Chelsea is. But right now, you ain't done fuck all.
Yeah, they had a rough go of it today.
They don't even play their best player. I don't get it.
Who, Giroud?
No, man. I think their best player. He hasn't. Their best player will be Kai Havertz. Convinced of it.
He's gone. He's not going to stay at Chelsea. Are you kidding me?
I don't think so.
He's out of
He's
here.
going to be the Lewandowski replacement in Bayern and watch. He's going to score like 40 goals.
Yeah,
Like, that guy,
yeah. Wherever he goes, he'll be fantastic, except Chelsea. And I think their best
Liverpool.
player is Captain America himself from Hershey,
Pulisic.
straight out of Hershey, Pennsylvania. Yeah, they would have won the FA Cup.
I think they officially chased Odoi away today.
They've what?
I think they officially chased Hudson-Odoi away today. I think he's been great this year.
That was terrible.
That post-match, man.
That was absolute. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I really couldn't.
When Byron wants your player, like he's probably better than you think he is.
Yeah.
Who do Chelsea have next? Chelsea Man United. All right, Zawedge. Talk to us next week when you guys beat Man United, and we will once again say, who have you beat of any quality?
That's a 0-0. That's a 0-0.
You beat them? I'll give you props, but right now I can't do it.
No, he says they beat Tottenham. Did they beat Tottenham? Tottenham shit as well.
Who did they beat?
No. Like I said, you ain't beat anybody of quality.
Tottenham's crap.
Can you remix Tottenham sucks to Liverpool sucks?
Yeah, but it'll be a sad one. It'll be a sad one. I'll be like, and Liverpool sucks. Liverpool. Man, Liverpool does
It's gonna
suck.
break into a blues ballad.
Yeah. Why?
I was watching Liverpool.
No, man, it's terrible. Look at he said Newcastle, Sheffield, Tottenham, Burnley. These are teams you guys struggled against. We're not talking about our team. We're talking about your team.
Burnley, bottom of the table. Sheffield, bottom of the table.
Newcastle, low part of the table. Tottenham, not going to finish in the top 10.
Yeah, I mean, these are all pointless comments.
Yeah.
Pretty bad.
We're just messing with you. Come on, Zayach, keep it coming. Anyway, moving. Let's move back over to Liverpool and Everton. So do you guys think with Everton's form in the beginning of the season, people were talking top 4, people were talking winning the league. They've kind of shown us who they are for the mid part of the season. But coming off a win against you guys, where do you guys think Everton could possibly finish the season? And you can, a valid answer is, fuck off, it's Everton, I don't care.
6.
Do you know what? I think they're all right. Like they've obviously, he's a good manager. He's got massive pedigree. They had a little period. I think they're not a bad team. I don't think they'll finish top 4. They'll probably. I think Europa. I think they'll finish in Europa.
So over Liverpool?
Well, that's depending on whether we fucking fuck our ideas up, isn't it? It might be us in Europa. You never know.
Yeah. No, I do. I think Everton have a very good side. It was very confusing, all the points they were dropping. I was very confused because they looked so gelled in the beginning of the season.
Yeah, but they end up with stupid things happening. Like Richarlison gets that red card and is out for 3 games, and I think they dropped all 3 of them. Yeah. Dine, he got hurt. He was out for a while. They dropped all those games.
I don't think they have anyone that – there's no one that is consistent week in, week out. They have a lot of talent. They have depth, so they can bring people off the bench. But there's never anyone where you're going to get a 9 out of 10 performance every week. Like, Charleston will disappear. Calvert-Lewin's, I guess was he hurt for a bit? I'm trying to think why his goal total didn't stay up.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't.
Yeah. He wasn't. James was hurt.
Luka Dean is probably the most consistent player.
Luka Dean, I was just about to say, he will give you an 8 to 10 performance just about every week.
But, I think every one of their center backs can have an off day, except I think this 3 in the back actually could work for them. Because Godfrey is kind of a hybrid fullback, hybrid center back, play on the left, play on the right. Yeah. But if you just have Keane and Yerry Mina back there, you're going to give up goals.
Justin, right? They had Justin. He just got injured, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're thinking of Leicester.
No, I'm thinking Leicester. I was like, wait, that looks and Tielemans. Like,
He plays on both.
Different team. See, this is why James doesn't watch any other teams except Leeds United. He knows all the players and everything. I'm all over the place because we're trying to pay attention to too many teams.
I also feel like Pickford will probably make a mistake in a critical game that would keep him out of the top 4.
Well, it was just he was going to turn up today. You know what I mean? He's pulled out some good saves today, Pickford. Even though we didn't create fucking loads, we actually did have a few pops at goal on that, and he pulled off a good. Well, the save from Henderson, the save from Wijnaldum. Yeah, he made some decent saves today. But you're right. What's he done all season? He's just let him down.
Yeah. Well, that's what we were saying. We don't even know if Pickford was going to play today. Like if it was who was going to start today. So.
Well, that guy they brought in, that Olsen, he wasn't doing much to cement his place. He got an opportunity, and then he wasn't really doing a lot to cement his place. So it was.
He had a great match against Leeds United, and then I think he played the following week and let in a bunch of goals.
Yeah.
It's.
I think it was inevitable that Pickford was going to come back in. It was just a point of getting him out of the firing line, and then let him reevaluate and come back in.
Yeah.
Which obviously helped today was he kept a clean sheet. So.
Well, unfortunately, fellas, Liverpool is blue right now, and I guess for the season because he drew earlier. So, I don't know what to say to you guys at this point. Beat Sheffield United. I mean, as an Arsenal fan, I don't want you to beat Sheffield United. I want Sheffield United to win. But for you guys, I got love for you guys. I hate seeing your sad faces. Makes for bad television. But best of luck next week. Greg, I don't think we'll ever see you again.
Because this room is going to get dark.
I'll call you. All right?
He's like, Sheffield.
Next week.
Yeah. I'll be like, yo, you want to do the post-match this week? And he'll be like, I'll let you know after the match. But don't worry, guys. We're not doing post-match reviews on every single club or anything. We're picking our top 3 or 4 matches of the week. And the one guarantee that you guys have for next week is that you will not be one of the matches of the week.
No way.
I'm a little upset that we made.
How does Arsenal keep making the top 3 matches?
Well, they may not anymore because we're changing the rules up. So Mark gets to pick a match. I get to pick a match, and we can't pick our own teams. And then our fans, the audience, will submit their choices for the third match that we pick.
Who's doing the West Brom Burnley post match from today?
That's one that we're not doing. This is our only one that we're doing today. Actually, we have West Ham Tottenham tomorrow, bright and early, and Arsenal City. But I mean, Arsenal may be in there for the next couple of the weeks because it's like Arsenal Leicester.
Big game, yeah.
We have a rough go of it. But then that Chelsea, the Battle of the Scum, the Chelsea Scum and the Scum are playing each other very soon. So that'll probably be one of them. And then, our fans are almost always going to choose the Leeds United match. So got to give them what they want, man. And win or lose, they're exciting.
Are we going to cover Leeds next year when they're playing Birmingham?
Whoa, that's you think
red. He should have gotten a red card for that.
Yeah. Wow. Mr. Tom asks, so which one of you picks Leeds? That's what I'm saying. We may not. So we need fans to write in on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, on the Patreon, everything, and let us know who you want us to cover. And you could just put a standing tweet, schedule it every Monday for Leeds United, and your
vote is worth double if it's done on Patreon.
And Yeah, so that's where we're going to be going with our Thursday shows, Thursday live shows. We'll cover 3 matches, previews, and then we'll do those post matches throughout the weekend. And we'll keep doing Friday night happy hour. Greg, you missed that one, but last night was cracking good time. We went on till about 3 a.m. England time, and then I had people texting me at 10 o'clock our time, going, "Where's happy hour?"
Speaking of which,
I was
didn't
like,
somebody give us a last shout out?
Yes, and last night we just wanted to give a little shout out to last minute after we had closed. John Mermelstein gave us $5 on the super chat there, saying "Stoop gang," which no, it was
There wasn't stop.
gang. Yeah, he may have been saying stop. Okay. He's like, here's $5. There's a gang trying to rob me. Stop, gang.
Stop talking about Leeds.
Yeah, stop talking about Leeds. But yeah, so I don't know. Kyle wants us to keep going because he loves seeing your sad faces, and I think you know who that is.
He's been sad for 7 years. And only now is he piping up because they're sitting second in the league, and even he's unhappy at that.
Oh, he's a United fan.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have even read his text.
No, definitely not.
Red card, yeah.
Oh.
Red card for the Man United fan. But on that note, thank you guys for chiming in. Mike Pickles says, at least even our bad games are worth watching.
Yeah, always watch Leeds. It's true.
It is very exciting. You know, goals are gonna go in one way or another.
Used to be a rule in Spain. Always watch Betis.
Terry says that you're rattled, man. Kyle rattled you.
They're dangling. They just want me there. They bite. They just want me to bite.
Don't you see he's dead inside since the match, since the first goal? I would say, what, 3 minutes in?
Yeah.
You saw how that game was gonna go.
I need to go have my daughter cheer me up for a little bit. So
Sounds like the perfect antidote.
Mark looks like a bold gnome. Bold gnome. I don't know if it was bald, but
Sure, man.
yeah, you got a good little gnome action going on.
Whatever you need. Whatever you need, I'll be there for you.
Greg ain't stopped swearing. All right,
He's got a red card. He just got a red card. Come on.
Kyle. All right, guys. Well, it's been fun talking to you. Sorry your team sucks these days, but I'm sure you'll turn it around for Arsenal. That's the way things go. But please beat Chelsea. I do tend to like y'all's club more than I like Chelsea. Even though I like Thomas Tuchel much more than Fat Frank. Get Kyle on the next Scum game. We'll see. All right, we're gonna get all your boys on here at one point or another. So yeah, we'll get Kyle. Maybe he'll come on with Jazz. Jazz is our resident United scum sucker. So anyway,
just know that if you come on the show, your team's gonna lose.
Yeah, it tends to be how it happens.
It's going that way, isn't it, Mark?
Yeah. We built such a good audience of Leeds United fans, and then 2 weeks in a row, they lost to my club and then his club. They're gone. Last video had like 100 views. We're starting from scratch here. I think we're going with West Ham now. We'll try and build up the West Ham audience because it's not working with Liverpool. Nobody's watching the Liverpool ones because they're dying. Your fans, I think, threw their computers after the match and aren't looking at anything. But anyway, good talking to you guys. It's been fun. It's been cold. Can't wait for spring to start.
No doubt, man.
Yeah.
It's been a long.
These are getting rough. We'll be doing 2-hour post matches when it's warmer out and we can have like margaritas and shit. But for now, so long from the Stoop. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that like button if you're there. Subscribe, share, smash it. Go check out the Only Football Fans podcast. It's fantastic. These guys, Terry, Kyle, Greg, they're all a part of it, and it's fantastic to listen to. So we'll see you later. Foden, Mr. Tom, Mike Pickles, Zawich, all you guys. It's been fun talking with y'all. Peace from the Stoop, y'all.
Boom.